You're slicing the ball and you need to stop right now. We're in the dog days of summer. The season's almost over. And I get it. You don't like the way your swing looks. You don't like your ball flight. You're losing balls because you keep slicing the ball off to the right. Well, let's talk about how we're going to fix that. We got to start with a process of elimination. And how we do that is we have to start with the most basic thing first. And that's understanding how where you hit the ball on the club face is going to affect where the ball flies. So if I catch the ball on the heel of the golf club, I'm going to create slice gear effect. So the first thing that I want to do if I'm slicing the golf ball is either spray the face with some Dr. Scholl's Odor X powder and see where I'm hitting it, or if I can see the ball marks on the face and I can kind of get a good understanding of where I'm hitting it that way. But we need to know where we're hitting the ball in the face. And this is really, really important because we could be making great golf swings, but if the strike is consistently a heel strike, we're just going to keep slicing the ball with a neutral face to path. All right, that's part one. Now, part two is we need to understand how to square the club face if the club face is open. Because if the strike is good, then we have a club face issue. All right, and how we check that, or how we understand that, be able to twist the shaft on its axis. Okay, and what I mean by that is there's multiple ways to square the club. One way that I commonly see with a lot of my players is they actually try and square the golf club by adding loft. They flip at it, which they think squares the face, and it does make the face get more left. So if I go this way, that will make the club face go more left, but that also makes the path go more left, which doesn't change anything really. It just makes the ball start less right, but it still curves in a slice pattern or left to right for a right-handed player. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to practice squaring the club face through the axis of the shaft or on the axis of the shaft. And how we're going to do that, typically the way I like to think about it is I like to rotate the shaft from P6, from last parallel before impact. I like to think of it here. So this would be more open. This would be more closed. All right, pretty easy, right? But most of you struggle with this. And honestly, it's just from a misconception of thinking that this is better and easier, but really it doesn't change face to path. This changes face to path because it's not moving the location of where the shaft is. All we're doing is we're changing the orientation of the face relative to the location of the shaft. Does that make sense? Yeah, obviously, right? So let's do this. Let's hit some shots here, and I'm going to kind of monitor my ball flight and see how I need to adjust my face to get the ball to fly straighter. Okay, so the first one that I set up here, I'm just going to focus on getting the face about as close to the path as I possibly can and see what that does to the ball flight. Okay, cool. So first swing, big rope hook. The ball started maybe just a little bit right of target or on target, and was a big diving hook to the left, probably 40 yards of curvature. All right, so I'm going to hit another one here, and I'm going to kind of rein it in a little bit. I'm not going to twist the shaft nearly as much. I'm going to attempt to hit a really good quality drive here out of the middle of the face with the appropriate club face. Not too shut, not too open, just really, really good. Okay? Okay, so that one actually had a pretty good club face, but I towed it. And because I have a good understanding of what the golf club feels like, what my driver feels like when the ball's coming off the face, I know that. And you need to get a better understanding of that. And that's why I suggested before that if you don't have a launch monitor that tells you that, you need to spray the face so that you can actually see where the golf ball is getting struck, so you can associate the contact with where the ball is actually striking the face. Okay, let's hit one more. Okay, that was perfect. That was dead center. That was like a 3-yard draw. And honestly, it felt great. Makes me feel happy when I drive the ball like that, because if I'm calibrated and I know where I'm hitting it on the face and I can control the club face on the axis of the shaft, I'm going to be good to go, and so are you. All right? So let me know if this helps, and I look forward to helping you in the future. And please, if you like the content, like it on this video, follow my channel, and share it with your friends. I appreciate it.